In this video, I built a game with you guys live, but here's the catch, it has to be done in 24 hours. As you guys know, last week we built a Powerpuff Girls game in 24 hours. This time, we decided to spin the wheel. After spinning the wheel and eliminating some options, we ended up with the Plant vs Zombies style type of game. But since all of you guys were nagging me about the copyright issues, we're not doing Plant vs Zombies, we're doing Plant vs Aliens. While I was showing you guys the process live, we started creating some concept images with ChatGPT so we can see how the plant model would look, but it kept making the same thing over and over, so I decided just to freeball it. Here's me putting all the parts together. After that, I'm going to rig it. Then once it's rigged, I can import it into Roblox Studio. Now, I'm resizing it, coloring it, and here's what we have, this duck looking ass plant. So for the alien model, I just went to my site and used one of my rigged models from there. While I was doing that, I sent a prompt to the AI, and this is what it came up with. It built me a simple map which was kind of glitchy, but as you guys can see, it was working. I could place mobs down, they were coming through different lanes still, and my plant models were shooting. They were shooting, so at least it was working. So it was kind of getting somewhere. Then I went back on Google and looked up the original Plant vs Zombies game for inspiration. I decided to cook up with a small map, so I imported the tiles into Roblox Studio and started setting up so everything could look better than whatever the AI built basically. I changed the texture to the grass, slightly darkened the colors, and of course we can't forget about the road. So now I'm setting up the map how the AI kind of had it set up. So they had it set up based off rows, so I'm just putting everything inside the map so it can read everything correctly. After that, I went back into Blender to make some more plant models. I also made some alien themed decorations for the map. I needed some cracks too, so I grabbed some from the toolbox and started placing them around the map. Then we imported the stuff we made earlier on live into Roblox Studio. After coloring everything, I started raking the flowers to give the lobby some life, and here's the quick lobby so far. Then I started editing the plant's animation so it shoots correctly. After I sent another prompt, it was ready to test. The map looked way better and the animations were playing, so everything was working pretty good so far. But for some reason the alien animations wasn't playing. And as you can see, the sunflower and stuff isn't still moving. While Claude was fixing that, we were about already 4 hours in. So I wanted to multitask, so I started to do the UI in Photoshop, and here's a quick update. The AI fixed it so the health bar shows, and the plants can actually take damage. As you can see, the health bar shows on top, we have a base bar, and the animations for the other model is playing now, which wasn't working at first. I'm glad everything is smooth so far, but you already know, the sunflowers and flowers still aren't moving, so we're going back into Photoshop to create the GUI for the game. Now, I'm not a GUI artist, so don't expect me to become a pro in one day, but I made this card, as you guys can see up here, and I decided to go with a purple theme because it fits the whole Planet vs Aliens type of vibe. For the alien card design, I had Copilot generate me an image for free, so I'm just slowly adding details to the UI as I go, trying to see what actually fits. But look at me poorly drawing in the highlights for the circle. And here's the final results. It's not bad at all. After that, I imported a simple house model from Blender, and now I'm going to start coloring it. And to be honest, I wasn't really trying too hard on this map, but I was mostly making something simple for this video. After I finished all of that, Claude finished the next set of scripting, and we're already hitting 7 hours. And mind you guys, I was live on TikTok the whole time, so we actually got a lot done in that time. I added a plant highlight, and I also made it so you can collect the ships. Then when the plant shoots the models, it gives a slight highlight too. Now let me adjust this house and make it a little bigger because it was looking way too small. So here I had AI make a better UI for now, and the tile selection is working way better because at first you could not see the tiles being selected, and here's me importing the new UI into the game as well. And then I also low-key forgot I still had to build a lobby for this game. Once I was done working on that, I tested the game again and the UI was actually working. I'm going to speed past this part because I started making a simple main menu. At this point we're like 8 hours in, so I had to speed things up a little. Since I haven't really learned VFX yet, I decided to grab some effects from the toolbox. You guys end up choosing this one for the VFX, but I didn't really think this will fit for the game that much, so I decided to go with this one instead. Then I went back to finish this simple UI. At the same time, I started making the second plant model, and after that, I imported the UI into the game, which honestly didn't take too long. For the plant model, I started rigging it, and then I imported it to Roblox Studio. Then after loading everything in, I finally got the cars and GUI set up, and the game actually wasn't looking too bad. The UFOs were flying down, the UI was starting to feel better, and I even made a simple pickaxe instead of a shovel. I also made a quick stats UI, but of course, that didn't work yet. I also made the animation for the vine, and honestly, it wasn't too bad. The VFX was working pretty good too, so the game was slowly coming together. So at this point, we're already kind of deep into the 24-hour video, so let me explain my next steps. I started working on the ship model while the AI was handling the main menu coding, and honestly, the ship model wasn't too bad. But even though we were almost 13 hours in, I felt like we needed to revamp the alien model, because the one I was using was just a free model for my site. So here's a little time lapse of me making a new alien model for the Plants vs Aliens game, and honestly, it was coming together pretty well. While I was working on the model, the AI was still scripting the game in the background. They even added a lock onto the cards, which was actually pretty neat. And here's everything kind of working. They even made a cute little scene for the game too. But now back to Blender model. At one point, we also started testing multiplayer, but it was still pretty buggy. The AI also added a cinematic look to the cutscene, which was pretty cool, but it was kind of clipped and didn't work fully how I wanted it to. Going back to the alien model, I thought it was basically finished, but then I decided to add a bag to it because why not? So while I was working on the alien model and rigging it, I was also testing multiplayer, and it was actually kind of working now. I even made it so you can see the player's name floating inside the match because you guys requested that. I had to speed this part up of the video because honestly I was getting tired of editing at this point, and we're almost like 18 hours in. Then I started adding the ship and alien models into the game. After importing everything into Roblox Studio, coloring the models, I went back into Blender to make another card. This one was going to be the alien flying the ship. I'm also going to make another version where the alien has legs. While I was importing the models into the Roblox Studio, I started working on the animations for the alien model too. So while I was importing the models and animations into Roblox Studio, keep in mind the AI is still coding in the background. I also imported the ship model, and I pretty much made a stun animation, plus a cine animation for the alien ship card. Then I had Copilot create me a new image for my alien card list. And while I was creating the models and stuff, the AI was working on the night mode and fixing how the aliens imported inside the game. So I'm doing another big time skip. At this point we're about like 22 hours in, and I finally got the models to work. Now I'm going to the alien side, and I made it so when you place a model down, you can actually see it hovering before you place it. It was still a little broken because it wasn't hovering in the right spot, and as you guys can see, the crystal spot at the bottom was still empty too. But honestly, it wasn't too bad. It was working way better than before. And here's me playing as the plant side, trying out the new models. They actually look pretty good. It wasn't too bad at all. And here's the final mark. The game is basically finished, guys. We hit the 24-hour mark, and this is what we have. We have a full working game system. I did not fix none of the UI, by the way, and we did a lot within 24 hours with you guys. I'm so happy that we got this far, and I appreciate all you guys who helped me with this project. It was so fun. No, I'm still going to be uploading the Battlegrounds game that I made with AI in 24 hours, as well as the football game and the other games I've been working on. Just give me some time, guys. And again, thank you guys for the help and support. See you in the next video.